The Girringun IPA is a co-managed IPA that covers just over 1.2 million hectares of land and sea country. 2023 will mark 10 years since the declaration of the Girringun IPA and 10 years of implementing it, alongside with traditional owners and the Girringun Rangers.
The significance of the Girringun IPA to our Ranger program allows us more access to help better manage our country. The IPA not only looks after the land, but it's everything that ties in with the land as well. You got your rivers, your plants, your animals. We've got so many iconic species within our area, especially within our Girringun IPA area. We've got the cassowary, we've got the dingoes, we've got dugongs, we've got snubfin dolphins. All these tie in with our IPA.
Traditional owners that form the Girringun region declared the Girringun region Indigenous protected areas over existing protected areas, such as national parks, the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park, conservation parks, and some local council reserves. We also have 2 other Indigenous protected areas that sits within our Girringun region Indigenous protected areas. It's the Mungalla Station IPA, owned by the Ngawagi people, and the Yabullum IPA, which is the Yabullum Nature Refuge, owned by the late Miss Suzie Smith, located on Girramay country. I think one of the reasons that makes the Girringun IPA so significant is leading up to the declaration in 2013, we had one of our local non-Indigenous community members offer her land to come under the Girringun IPA, and that land was the Yabullum Nature Refuge. At that time, to think that Suzie was willing to include her land as a part of the Girringun IPA is just amazing.
We still have a European education system that is alien and actually is working against Aboriginal kids in most respects. But what I'd like to say in a positive way is that one of the greatest things about learning something, learning a language or learning anything to do with culture or life, is actually teaching it. We all learn better, we all have our own understanding of things reinforced when we actually have to teach it to someone else. And I think one of the great things that schools can do, and it's something that I try to do as much as I can, within the limitations of our system, is to put kids, Aboriginal kids in particular, in situations where they are comfortable enough to actually be able to teach the other kids, to be able to teach me. And in fact, in the Girramay course, that's what happened. Elsie's little girl taught me a lot. And, you know, the knowledge that the kids have is there. They know an awful lot. But as I said, they're not going to come forward and shout it from the mountaintop. You have to create a situation in this very difficult schooling system that we have, which will allow them to feel comfortable to actually teach what they know. And that can be done. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. I think the easiest way for it to be done is to take the kids out of the classroom, to do what we did this morning, to do what Ernie is trying to facilitate and trying to help the kids do, is to get out into the bush more, because that's where the Aboriginal kids feel more comfortable. There's no blackboard there to score points on.